Alright, good evening everyone. This is a Select Board Water Commissioner meeting for Monday, April 22nd of 2024. For tonight's agenda, under new business, we have Cody Bombardier for animal control, Kevin Grassi for an assessor, Seam Solutions representative for the hazard mitigation project. We need to review FCSO 2024 to 2027 policing proposal, review bids received for the 2024 grounds maintenance, sign some warrants, sign some fleet permits, approve minutes of the April 9th, 2024 Select Board meeting, approve participation in the VTrans grant and aid program. Under old business, we have to deal with Roy Fortin's water usage. We need to make a decision on the paving for the Sheldon Fire Department in Grist Mill Park. And we need to make an appointment for the Northwest Communication Union District. Is there anything else we need on the agenda tonight?
Sheldon School, have you found anything out on the boundaries for the...
Yeah, we can speak about that after. School grounds.
And then I'd like to go into executive at the end to discuss highway applications or applicants.
Okay. Executive team meeting. Anything else? Alright, we'll jump right into it. You haven't heard this away, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Stephanie Magden from Seam Solutions. How are you?
Good.
So I was asked to come and present on the local hazard mitigation plan this evening, kind of give you an overview of what the plan is.
Okay.
I don't believe a committee has been formed yet, so that's the next step, is to get some participants to help put this plan together. So this is Sheldon's first plan, I believe. So I've been in contact with Sean Coleman over at the RPC to kind of get some details on that. So a hazard mitigation plan will help you with your FEMA funding if you need to request funding after an event. So the idea is the plan helps you look at the hazards that affect your community, and FEMA only looks at natural hazards such as snow events, rain events, flooding, things like that. Hind is becoming a big thing now. And look at what the risk is to the community and how it affects you over a historical time, and then the amount of times that the town has requested FEMA funding goes into this plan. So it looks at what the community's capabilities are and what your risks are. And then the plan at the end is to look at some actions for the next 5 years, things that the town wants to work on, such as getting a generator to a shelter or something like that, or establishing a shelter. It's kind of it in a nutshell. So the next step is to try and get folks to put together a committee so we can start moving forward with that. And I don't know if the select board has some recommendations, or if you have an idea of who I should work with to establish that group.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you normally work with like the planning commission on that stuff?
Sometimes the planning commission participates, fire department, police department, select board representative, town administrator, town clerk.
It's kind of a lot of parties.
That's just kind of a
Yeah.
ballpark, you know, it
Okay.
kind of, you know, one client is, I typically work with the town clerk. Or then there's other towns that it's the town foreman, the fire department, the town planner, and the town administrator. So it can be, you know, sometimes it's a large group, but kind of filters through one person, depending on, how the town wants to work it. And it sounds like this might be a little bit, usually I work remotely, but I have no problems traveling up here. So I didn't know, maybe it would work better if you'd rather have me come here to have like 2 or 3 meetings where we work 2 or 3 hours at a time to kind of work through some of the details.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to figure it out.
Cool.
Figure it out.
How many normally do you have on the committee, like 5 people, 4 people? What do you?
4 to 5 people.
Okay.
And then, sometimes it funnels to one person that I kind of coordinate everything with. Other times we usually have monthly meetings, meet for an hour, that kind of thing, and work through it. I give folks homework to work over the next month. I've gone and sat down with the committees, for half a day to kind of work through things. It's, it's really up to the town how, what works best for you folks.
When would you like to have this committee formed and start working on the, as soon as possible?
As soon as possible would be great.
Okay.
I think this has been on the books for a few months now, so.
So I say we can put together a few names and contact information and have Matt send over the contact information. If that works.
That'd be great.
And you start coordinating.
Absolutely, I can do that.
So I'll check with you in, say, a week or so?
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Give us time to brainstorm.
Yep.
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer them. I know the town clerk has my contact information, so. Great.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to working with you
All
folks.
right, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, thank you. Thanks for.
We'll let Rick know that it's in.
Yeah.
Cody?
I think,
Well, hi there, my name is Cody. I am a veterinary technician, more spend time with purification, so trying to limit stress, anxiety, fearfulness. And I heard that we haven't had an animal control person for Sheldon for quite some time, and I would love to fill that role for my community.
Where are you working right now?
I work at Onion River Animal Hospital out in Barry Berlin area, and I also work at the emergency hospital that's out in Williston. And I have my own little travel and tech business that I started up.
whereabouts in Sheldon do you live, Cody?
Mortimer.
Okay.
Well, did you get a rundown on what the job entails?
Not completely, no. So I am curious about every aspect of it.
Okay.
So you got a pager?
No, it's pretty much just when something comes up, and right now we don't have a good place to house animals, for you pick up a stray or something, or somebody does, but we've talked about putting some kennels over at the town garage, and I think we probably should get at that. And, if something comes up during the day when you're at work or whatever, the town highway guys could probably, handle some of it, or one of us. I ride around town most of the time anyways, so. But, yeah, it's mostly dogs and cats and their owners. It's,
I am used to quite some different reactions with owners, everything from good to the unfortunate with their animals.
okay. You guys wanna talk about it after? Or?
Yeah. So you have a traveling vet, obviously you have something set up with your vehicle where you can house an animal transport.
I have a little Subaru out back that I can fit large dogs in the back and everything from kids in the back as well, carriers.
Yeah, we should probably discuss that in executive as well, right?
Alright, we'll talk about it, we'll be in contact, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking, be a good spot to get filled.
Perfect.
Then we can go over some of the details with you, and the pay and the mileage and all that stuff. And, yeah, I'll have one of us contact you, or Matt or one of us, and let you know, and then if that works out, we'll set something up to talk with you again.
Alright, sounds great. Any point in the day, if you get my voicemail, absolutely leave me a message, I'll call you back. I am in surgery some days, so I won't answer right away.
Yep, no, that sounds great.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Appreciate you
coming in.
by.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Hey, how's it going?
good.
So, applying for the assessor position, not entirely sure how many hours that might be in this town, but currently work for the company Nimric full-time. They do a little bit of maintenance work. We do townwide reappraisals, a lot of them. I think this year we're on like 12,000 parcels for the whole company wide. But as for maintenance contracts, I do Montgomery, Fairfield, Richford, and then Westford, and Irisburg. So I split up my time between the maintenance contracts and the reappraisals.
Okay.
So
So would you be working for Nemrick, or would you? Be
yeah.
working for yourself?
So no. So I'm outside of Nimric. I'm still gonna work for Nimric.
Yeah, no, but this position would be,
By myself.
okay,
Yes,
Yeah.
I do have so I can go to Nimric employees and with my questions. Obviously, they're friendly coworkers if I do run into an issue, but this will not be related to Nimric.
have you spoken with Kim on like what,
Briefly, I know.
she said you spoke with?
Yeah, I don't know how much you guys know about what an assessor does day to day, like
A little bit, but not.
the computer side, and then there's the field side. So my application is not for the entire job duties. I just had a daughter, she's 3 months old, and so I'm pretty busy outside of like 5 o'clock. So I would be doing this job within my working hours in Nimric, and come back on Nimric a little bit if the opportunity is presented. But I don't have, well, maybe in the future, but at the current time, not that interested in doing the property transfer, so the computer side. But for the assessing part, where you go around and measure the houses, values, permit work, that's when I'm able to provide. Which is mostly a seasonal position, but I know it's time consuming, and it sometimes is missed. Some things are not being correct.
So would you be available, like if the issue came up, grievance or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that's what
So you would do
defend the
the
values.
assessing, and
Yes.
then you would cover the
Yes.
grievances? and-
Yeah. So all of like the CAMA based part of things. So there's a CAMA and then there's grid list, and the grid list is run by the state, but the values come from CAMA. So I would do anything related to CAMA
Okay.
and put values on anything. And then
I think
defend
that's
values.
pretty much what we're getting before, wasn't it? From
I'm
my
not-
knowledge, I'm pretty sure that's what we were getting for services
Oh,
before
okay.
that. And then I think
Kim was handling.
the office was doing a lot of the data entry and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And,
Yeah, so I mean, like with my background mainly being the reappraisal work, I'm much more comfortable with the value setting part. I don't really do the PTTRs and stuff like that, although I could find out how to do them if we eventually go that far. But it's more time consuming, and right now I don't really have the time to commit to that.
Okay. Yeah.
Did we get your hourly proposal or what you were looking for?
I did not submit something like that yet.
Okay.
Wasn't sure how far or how this was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're interested in like the part-time kind of feel to it.
I think that's kind of, last time it was kind of part-time, the people that we had work in, and then we had people in-house, so.
Yeah.
I just know some companies or Nimerick offers the whole maintenance contract as you know, I don't know what their hourly rate is. It's probably high, but.
Okay. Questions, sir?
I mean, is this something we should have? Think a bid come in?
I think we're
Do you know how many more like pieces of the puzzle we would need as far as people in the office to make your information work to like what NEMRAC would provide?
I have a copy of their maintenance town agreement checklist. I like thumbed through some of it and checked off what I would typically offer. It does have Nimerick's name on it, so it's not like, I don't think there's any values on
No,
here.
that's fine.
But those are the duties. As you see, the top is more administrative, and then the field work's more towards the bottom.
I've got something we need to talk to Kim and Matt about because it's gonna, both of them kind of
Yeah.
fits both sides of them, so.
Is it okay if we hold
Oh,
on?
absolutely, yeah. And there might be some that I missed on there. I just etched
Nope, that's fine.
stuff in there quickly.
Yeah, if I can just say right now, like between Kim and I, Ben Mitchell came from the state a couple weeks ago, and we kind of divided the traditional lister jobs between me and Kim. She's going to handle more of the tax transfers and the stuff that applies more, is easier for a town clerk who has that set of skills to work on, and then more of the data entry stuff that hasn't been done, I'll be doing. So that's sort of how we're reevaluating it right now, but we could obviously reevaluate that in the future. But we're just doing that because our current field work for this year is done, and that's what's left to do. So we're trying to get through the rest of this grand list, but obviously with these new assessors, we're talking about next year's grand list probably, or, well, depending on when you're available. So between Kim and I, we have sort of sorted out who's doing those administrative tasks already.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll look it over and let you know, I guess.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Police contract here, I want to make sure I got that.
Guess we can want bids for ground maintenance there.
proposal, sorry. I forgot about that.
This is the only bid we got for the office repair.
As far as I know, yeah. Well, actually, is that, that's from Paul? Or, oh, yeah, oh, so this is for the town office repairs.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
yeah, as far as I know. I don't know if we put that out for bid or not.
No, I think we
Yeah.
spoke to a few
Yeah.
masons there.
Yeah, and Paul, Roy called and said that he, I think he bid, I didn't actually read his bid, but I think he bid on the cemeteries, but he said he'd just like to bid on the grist mill, field, the Borough field and the fire department. So he'd just like to bid on that one.
Okay.
So the bid for the cemeteries or any other properties, he'd like to throw that out. Okay. I think there are 5 altogether.
So he does not want to do North Sheldon Cemetery and East Sheldon Cemetery.
Correct, yeah, he decided he'd rather not.
And this one's no cemeteries or no town office. Did you get this one? Yeah, I think there's no town park in that either. Remowing, park track fields, ball fields, fire station. Thinking that must be the grist mill part.
What do you say?
Did you want it? Do we know if we hire another employee, if we're gonna do some mowing on our own?
We can, that's what they said, that, so I said he could
So,
do the cemeteries and stuff for now if we don't hire some Garrett out to mow. And then he said he hired another employee that they would take care of the stuff that we used to mow.
should we decide on this after we go into executive to see if we have a employee that we want to maybe have step in?
Yeah.
That way we can decide on exactly what
I
mowing
think
we're
what
gonna
we
do.
need tonight, we need to make a decision on the Borough field
Okay,
for sure, because baseball season started and that needs to be kept up and cleaned up. And, you know, it's maybe the 3 major ones there, the Borough field, the grist mill and the fire station. The other ones, I guess, yeah, we can talk about that.
okay.
That can be done,
Can I steal this one back?
just Seth said they could do it for a short time with the help they had. Yeah, those three, I think they're the ones that we need to decide on tonight and get them going. The other ones, Seth said he could either go on Friday or on, on his time, or he would use town for some moment.
Okay.
For, he said he doesn't have to do it all summer if it's just a tool, but he said for a short period he didn't mind filling in.
Yeah, I had the bid period start right after today, because I know the baseball games are starting on next Monday. So the grass is pretty long down there already, so.
Yeah.
It's a little earlier than we did last year, but I thought it was worth it, so.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's come up for Bordeaux Field, what do you got? Different prices here, then we can
32 to 4 to weekly. Then we got fire department is
how many weeks you think it'll be?
On May 1st, October 1st.
I think I put it from this week until October 15th. That was in the
Is this quote here
was the
for,
bid language, but they may have done something different.
that quote is May 1st to October 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's going on? How many weeks is that?
Twenty-three.
23.
You're a good math, can you do that there?
No, I can't.
Just check.
This is
All the kids that over.
14,
15, 16,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I get 22 weeks, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe, I suppose it's 23 if you count the week of October 1st.
Yeah. He used to live up at the Methodist Church. You have Ken Bocash when he worked for you on the farm. His daughter dates it.
You see that one, right? Do you want to go with 3 different people, or just try to keep it all one?
See how close they are to bundling all one person, I guess, if they're all
Reasonably close.
reasonably close.
So you got the Bordeaux field, you got 4,000, 4,600, 35, and 32. Then you got, for the fire department, you got 12,500, 1150, 1,100, and 1,100. And then Griswold Park, you got 2,000, 920, 1,200, and 1,600.
I apologize, I didn't do all this math for you.
No, it's all right.
Could you run those to me again, Seth, and I can do a quick total for you? So,
For you want me to go?
yeah, start with Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, you got 4,000,
Yeah,
4,600, $3,500,
Mm-hmm.
and $3,200.
Okay.
And then we have, for the fire department, we have 1,250,
Yeah.
1,150,
Mm-hmm.
1,100, and 1,100.
Okay.
And then in Griswold Park, we have 2,920, 1,200, and 1,600.
Okay. 920, 1,200, and 1,600. Okay. Let me do some quick math here.
Yeah, we can finish this off when we get to the executives, and we can make a decision making out based on what we have for applicants. I like that idea. That work, or you want to decide this right now, these two right now?
All right, so let's say the first, I'm assuming that the first person, every
Yeah.
time you gave me the first, it was one
Yeah.
person. All right, so the total bid number one is $72.50. Bid number two is $66.70. Bid number three is $5,800. And bid number four is $5,900. Assuming I got all those right.
Alright. What you got? You know what's going
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's Mrs. Roy's relative. I'm not sure of that though.
on? Yeah.
Was he the farm owner's boy down in Roy's corner? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we have any issues with either someone offering, clean up in the fall, spring, someone saying I'm not gonna do that, someone not providing insurance, someone,
Yeah.
Any fall cleanup is excluded from this price. All lawns are to be
Well,
moved.
let's see what else we got it before. That guy does property maintenance, I think.
Could divide it up between the three. Give him Grismill. No, give him Grismill, give him the ballpark, and give that one, fire department. Cause he was the lowest for fire department.
This
Oh, they're both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind splitting them out because they're not gonna be on the same schedule, because that Borderfield's gonna.
And we know what we're gonna get with this one. They know.
Early in the year, Borderfield's gonna need to be kept clean because of all the ball games, but then later in the year, with that sand, it doesn't grow as much, where, and I don't know if everybody knows. It's not much flat down there on the Gristmill Park, is there?
Right.
And a
Well,
lot of that with can you get a lot of that with the mower?
I believe he does.
Yeah.
He works at it.
Yeah.
and of course, you're gonna pave, we're planning on paving it, so that'll kind of be a job site at one point.
And I don't know for the fire department is, but. I mean, I guess, the price is higher for us now, so they don't know it's a little more work. Right, it was cheaper than,
Yeah,
it was one of
I
Yeah.
think
the
he
more
was,
reasonable.
yes, he was reasonable. If he didn't have fall cleanup in his
He
either.
didn't have all that.
I'm assuming that's a grist mill too. Drink a little bit, but I mean, it's close. Did you want those guys to do that one? Just to make sure it's done the way we want it done, or?
Yeah, maybe. I was just trying to.
Yes, I don't know.
Give them that.
Right, it is, I'm probably not gonna vote on this one anyways, but that one's cheaper, I think, in all of them.
Compared to this one? Yes. Yeah.
You know, kind of closer,
I already looked at those two. I saw the price differences.
Oh, somebody make a motion whether to shoot it down or we'll, pass it then.
Well, I guess my question is, are we having a larger conversation about cemeteries with the hiring? Or is that something that, not
Yeah,
just
there's
in
only
your
one
hands
case.
if we decide not to go with hired?
Those need to get done regardless, because they'll hire typically those anyways.
For tonight, we need to decide on
Yeah, the
that.
big three.
Big three, and
Yep.
after that.
I guess let's go with, you wanna keep them with one package, or you want to break them up? That's the first question. Do you want to break them up or keep them all the same?
I mean, if we have one that is that much cheaper, and they're going to do all the same, then I'm not opposed to that, but
Okay.
I also understand the importance of local relationships that I've had this position for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine if you decide to break up into the ball fields.
Right there, once a week, or as native too, so there's times that ball field needs it more once a week. But like I said, it's early in the year, and then once it starts to warm up, dry up, then it slows down.
But then the other one doesn't do cleanup, so that's the only reason I wasn't thinking for the park.
Right.
You know,
This one will do the cleanup.
yeah, and maybe we can talk to him about, making sure if it does need it more, that maybe we could say, we'll adjust accordingly, if needed.
Alright. So, this one for the
Griswold.
Griswold
Yeah.
and Orville.
No, I think that one for Chris Mill and Town Clerk.
Yeah.
And then-
No, this one just for Bridgeville, that one for the baseball field, and that one for the
Fire department.
fire department.
Alright,
And we can have a conversation with them too. And if it doesn't meet our needs, then we'll go to that one.
good. Sounds like a plan.
Basing on that, we know that historically it's a little front end heavy and not as much later on.
Alright, so we have a motion to accept this bid for Orville.
Yep.
The bid is from White's Property Management for a Bordeaux ball field for this year. Around $3,200, and we can speak to them about cleanup if it needs it, before or after. All in favor of that motion? Opposed? Alright, so that's what we'll do there on the Gristmill part. We have a motion to accept the bid from Dufrane's Gas. For $2,000 for the season. Mowing once a week or as needed with weed whacking, also sprinkling up for each side. Motion to accept that. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And we have a motion to accept the bid for the fire station at $1,100 for the season, I take it. And, it's from David Superno. All in favor of that motion? Opposed? Alright, and then we will deal with the other ones here in a week or so. Just keep all of that here.
Do you wanna do,
What do you wanna do this, the bid for the town hall out? Once I get that.
Let's wait until we
yeah,
get rid of the applicants.
Alright. Do that. I'm good with that for now. You will let these people know that.
Yes, I can let them know, yeah,
Thank you.
okay, yep.
We have a proposal to fix the town office. I don't know if you guys have seen the cracks back there. Here. But anyways, I don't know, we didn't get any other bids, but this was dated on 1/13, so. Something that needs to be done this summer, definitely.
I'll make a motion, we accept the bid.
Okay,
I believe we did the last part when we fixed it. It's for $5,600.
Yeah.
And it's pretty substantial cracks that he's fixing.
he estimated they'll provide one mason for these repairs at $175 an hour, and they estimate total cost of labor would be $5,600. Materials used will be listed upon completion. Estimated cost for materials $500.
So it's an estimate, not a quote.
It's a proposal, what's this? It says JLM maintenance on all hardscaping and masonry is based on a time and materials shared agreement for all work completed. Employee's position and hourly wage is posted below. JLM inspected the masonry work and found the following issues. A few of the masonry granite sills are pulling away from the wall. There's some pressure cracks that formed on the back right corner of the building along with 4 of the windows. Corrective actions, they will reset the sills and apply caulking. They will remove the bricks throughout the pressure cracks and apply a control joint that consists of backer rod and Trimco caulking to allow movement in these specific areas in the future. They estimated it at $5,600 and $500 materials.
Did you want to try to find another? Just to give it another?
I can try. I'd like to have a second one, just to at least have an idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it needs to be done, but I hate to just give it away to one person, so,
Is there Hartland Stone out of Swanton?
yeah. I don't know if Brad's is still,
Oh, absolutely.
Which he's still, I know he's selling some stuff, but I don't know if he's still, can't imagine he still is, so. Doesn't need
See if
to.
you can figure out something for next meeting, and then we can get something going on that.
Is that, do you want Matt to contact him or?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's fine, yep. I could.
All right. Columbus School property, I haven't found anything concrete that says it owns what, I guess, as far as we know, right?
No, so just to let you know, in the last day or so, since Friday, I've been in touch with Morgan Daybell, who's the business manager down at the Franklin Northeast, and I kind of relayed our concern about, we're reluctant to, enter further discussions about what we need to do down there until we figure out what exactly our ownership interest is in that property. And he suggested maybe we have a lawyer look at it in terms like do basically a title search on it or whatever. And he got in a dialogue with Von Como about that. And I relayed that I said, look, here's what we got. What we found in our town office is the original deed from 1972, where the mill, Standard Packaging, which is now West Rock, gave the original 11 acres or so to the town for the school building. That's really the last thing we have. We don't have anything after that that says the town was ever divested of that interest. And then, but, you know, now it's clear that after Act 46, the school district's interest in the property was taken up by the new Northern Mountain Valley district. And I said, we don't know what happened to the town's interest in that property in between. What if there was ever a deed from the town giving it to the school district, or if somehow as a part of Act 46, the state stepped in and said, here's who we're giving it to under law. And so I explained that to Morgan and Vaughn, but I also contacted Jim Barlow, our attorney, and he said, you know, we can go down that road in terms of trying to figure that out. It might be expensive, it might be lengthy in terms of how much digging they gotta do. But he said, really, the fundamental question is for us to decide, like, does the town really want to be invested in that property down there? Because if we just want them to deal with the problems down there, we can quitclaim any interest that the town has in that property to the school district. And it would be a fairly simple and efficient way to just say, all right, the school property, if you want to change the driveway down there, you want to do whatever you want to do, that's up to you guys, and it doesn't involve the town at all. Without having to deal with figuring out who owns what, or if we have any interest in that property anymore, we could simply just decide to do that. It would be relatively inexpensive, and provided that we were transferring it to the right entity, that would be a way to get us out of this difficulty if that's what we want to do. So the question really is, does the town want to maintain an interest in that property if it does exist? And if it does or if it doesn't, we can divest that if we want to, and then everything down there that doesn't involve Port Farm Road would be up to the school district to decide, and not the town to decide. Okay, so that's sort of the dialogue I've had with various people about that.
Like what Matt's saying, is there any advantage to us actually owning that property? Or is there any disadvantage to us to deeding it over to the school, or, you know, see, what I don't understand is if, you know, we can't figure out how, you know, we don't own it, but it wasn't that many years ago, we went around and cut the trees and fixed all that fence, and we've done the work on the tennis courts and the ball fields and all that stuff. Because I was under the understanding that that was town property, and I guess I never saw it on paper, but that was what was explained to me when I got on board. That for some reason, when they built the school, in order to get those recreational fields built with grants that they obtained, it was town-owned land. And we used to do all the mowing down there, you know, the maintenance, but I mean, is there any advantage for us to, I mean, it's a pretty good sized chunk of land to give up, you know, but it's right there. You know, it used to be, the school was, you know, it was the town of Sheldon, and then there was Sheldon School. And I mean, it's like, you know, when you were plowing, we used to plow the school parking lot. You know, that was one of the things we did. We did the parking lot for the school, and we did the churches. Just because it was all town, you know, things. But, you know, since insurance, it couldn't do that anymore. But now with these, like you said, you know, it's not Sheldon School anymore, it's this districts and, but I don't know, you know, for my thinking, is there any advantage to owning those rec fields? If we actually do, or is it better off just to say, you know, you guys use them anyways, but does then, if it's school property, does the public have the right to use those? Or, I mean,
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
I guess, I'm just asking a question, I don't know, you know, that's what I'm trying to, you know. I know like the trails through the woods they have and stuff are open to anybody to use, and the fields and the playground and stuff have always been, you know, available.
I wonder if we could add that into the lawyer too. Say, hey, we're gonna quit claim deed it to you, but we also have the taxpayers, the townspeople have the right to use them. I mean,
And there's nothing that says, because I always, since I've been on the board, that front treat section was supposed to be for the library, but there's nothing that,
Right, no, and
States
that's
that-
another thing that I was told, but I've never seen anything that says anything about that. You know, I was told that when we were looking at a site for this place. You know, and we looked at putting a building down there. We were gonna do a fire department building and the town offices on the opposite side of the Poor Farm Road. And, that got shot down in a hurry, but, you know, we talked about different things, the library going here, there, and or leaving it here, and that was brought up then too. And like I said, I never seen anything on paper that said that. So, yeah, that's what I thought, you know, we just be able to pull out some deeds and say, you know, and I'm sure you could dig in, like you said, you know, you could hire an attorney to do research and find something. I'm sure they go back and find something, but is it, you know, I don't know, is there any advantages of having it? Is there any advantages of just giving it to the school? Is there any disadvantages of giving it to the school? Or, you know, that's the questions we need to answer before we just say, okay, let's just give it to them. And then, you know, 3 years from now, somebody comes up and say, hey, you know, that was a good asset for the town of Sheldon, why'd you give that away? Whether it's ours to give away or not, I don't know. You know, that would be something we have to find out if we really want to say it's ours. Or do we want to just say, here, you guys maintain the fence and all that, and then you don't have to deal with any of that.
they just resurfaced one of the smaller baseball fields. I wonder, did
We
anybody,
pay for that.
we did, so it came out of the wreck.
Oh, no, this year, no, that.
Yeah, well, I'll just say that whoever supplied the clay for that did call us and say, are we sending you the bill or the school? And Kim said, well, send it there. So for right now,
But I-
yeah, so this is,
But I know last year, the softball field, Sabrina Kane called me and said we needs to be surfaced. And she said, you guys got some stuff last time for us, you know, and so I talked to Seth and he went down with a ton truck and got a small one for him. Cause I was under the assumption it was our field, but you know, whatever, I mean.
I'll just point out that, you know, one disadvantage possibly is that, you know, what I really don't want, or what we don't want, I think, is a situation where you know, it belongs to us when it's convenient for the school to have it belong to us, and it belongs to them when it's convenient for it to belong to them. You know, I think we need to, whatever we decide to do, we need to have definition about it, because again, that's this sort of thing where like, well, we don't want to pay for this improvement, like whether it's a basketball court paving or whatever, and we are stuck with the bill on these things, and we don't know if we own it or not. Anyway, that's sort of a disadvantage to the situation we're in right now, is we seem to just get stuck with bills for things. So anyway, I'm just relaying that because we've just had some discussion in the town office about that, and that's come up.
Yeah, so I don't know how you guys want to proceed with that.
So would you like me to ask Jim Barlow for an opinion on that, or someone else, or?
Just have them give us cost is always one thing, so give us an idea of what quick claims would be and what a full drawn out looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do the quick claim, do we have any right to say anything about who gets to use it, or are we still, you know, if you quick claim it, it's gone, it's not yours to say anything about it anymore. I still think that I don't think school usage would be an issue, but just saying in general, us trying to set terms on quick claim, I don't think that, I'm not sure. Russian grant.
I think they would have to be a separate agreement between the school district and the town that was available for recreational use with the town. You know, it's like, you know, we have that asset of using that Bordeaux field right now, but who knows, you know, that could be gone. And, you know, if the school says, oh, you can't have any non-school sports playing on our fields, then, you know, takes away some of that, you know, the
Community
summer soccer or the, you know, youth baseball.
Maybe it'd be the same way we get everyone asked to borrow the school for town meeting, where we have to ask permission to,
Yeah, that's big, I guess, it's, really big lie, this, you know, negates this relationship with them.
And that's how I'd like to pursue. I mean, just kind of see what our options are
Yeah.
financially first, and that'll give us some time to each think about and chew on what we're,
Yep.
what it
Yeah.
looks like and what it could look like, and scenarios in our head, and go from there.
Okay.
I don't think 2 weeks decision is gonna hurt anything.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have a real easy answer.
No, I was not anticipating it, so I was not expecting you to hit the red button, so,
can you fleet permits this week? Or you wanna do-
no, this one. That's your special.
I'll read the minutes from the previous meeting, we'll get those approved. Select Board Water Commissioner meeting for April 9th, 2024. We met here at town office at 7:30, the meeting began, select board members in attendance were Stephen Dodd, Dave Kluget, Seth Hungerford, Nick Norris, and Rick Piazza. Also attending were Matt Stebbins, town administrator, Seth Patel, a road foreman, and Gary Lacy, who recorded the meeting for Northwest Access Television. 7:30, I read the agenda. I added to the agenda a review of school lot documents and an executive session to discuss personnel. And Nick asked for a report from the town administrator. It's 7:36, a motion made by David, seconded by Nick to enter executive session to discuss highway personnel. At 8:26, Nick made a motion, seconded by David, to exit executive session, which carried. The board discussed with the road foreman a plan going forward to add personnel and to review performance at the highway department. 8:27, the board took up the appointment of the tree warden to manage shade trees, which is required annually by state law. Currently, the select board as a body serves in this capacity. Seth moved to reappoint the select board as tree warden, seconded by Rick, and the motion carried. 8:28, I read the minutes from the March 25th select board meeting. Motion to accept the minutes was made by Nick, seconded by David, and all in favor. 8:33, the board discussed the appointment to the Northwest Solid Waste District. David Pluitt said he was not able to attend all the meetings. Has been sure to attend those concerning the budget. David was reappointed for now, the board to look towards appointing a replacement in the future. 35, the board took up the appointment of the Northwest Communication Union District. Nick asked to hear Matt's report first, as the town administrator's planned duties included serving this appointment. Nick suggested that Matt could serve as the primary appointee and that he would go to meetings as a secondary if Matt was not available. 37, the board took up the request to raise the pay rate for assistant town clerks to $20 per hour, increase of $1. David motioned to approve the raise effective this pay period, seconded by Rick. Motion carried and all in favor. 8:38, discuss the assessor's position. At the March 25th meeting, the board had met with Justin Mason to discuss his interest in the position. Matt notified the board that he is invited to a meeting about joining in interlocal agreement with other towns to share Justin's services. I read a letter from Kevin Grassi concerning his interest in the assessor position. Matt informed the board he has spoken to Kevin, who lives in Sheldon, and scheduled him to attend the next meeting to discuss his interest and qualifications with the select board. 8:40, the town administrator was called to give a report. Matt shared his activities since his written report on April 5th. His immediate priorities are the highway grants due April 15th, which he has been working on with the road foreman, and working with the town clerk to complete the 2024 grant list and notify property owners of any change in appraisal. Other projects include continuing to make introductions within the community and improvements to the town website. Prompted by Nick, Matt shared the quote he procured from Bouchard Home and Office Services for a laptop, which with future IT system changes could eventually become his primary workstation. 917 Seth motion. Made a motion, seconded by Nick, to approve the purchase of a laptop for the town administrator not to exceed $1,680. Motion carried. This purchase will be taken out of the computer services portion of the office expenses line item. 918, the board took up discussion on mowing bids for the coming year. Matt shared a copy of last year's request for proposals as well as a bid that had been received. It was decided that Gristmill Park, Bordeaux Field, and Fire Department ground be included in one request, as was done last year, and that the remaining town properties be included in the second request. I will get both requests out and ask the bids be received in time to review for the April 22nd meeting. 926, David reported from Hubert Spalding that there may be a water leak in Sheldon Springs on School Street area. And I read back from his meeting notes with Hubert that there had previously been an issue at this site that was believed to have caused by tree roots. So the tree was removed. It appears the problem has come back again. 929, Rick asked if there were any potential buyers for the 2015 town truck. Seth and David reported a member of the Highgate Road crew may be interested. 929, Nick made a motion to adjourn, seconded by David. Without objection, meeting adjourned. Take a motion to accept these minutes as read.
Make a motion.
Your second on that?
Yep, I'll second that.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed?
you go to that CBD?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yes.
And you just you can make it, let me know.
Yep,
Have you Jake's contact info?
what's that?
Oh, you have Jake's contact.
Oh, yes, if you
info?
could, yeah, you could give that to me, that's fine.
The approval of participation in the V-Trans grant and aid program, is that something we just need a motion on, or is that something?
There is is there a piece of paper in there that's just needs to be signed? I don't know that there's a motion necessarily, but
There is something we need to sign.
if it's not in there, we'll print off a copy. It's for next fiscal year, but it needs to be done by May 10th. Ought to be in there, maybe I have it on my desk. Sorry. That's
Highlight, yeah.
okay. Let me.
I didn't know the best way of paperwork, so it might be in the file somewhere.
Did anybody follow up on Matt's email about the highway personnel question? About his question?
No, we were gonna discuss that in executive.
That's what we're checking on.
I have no idea. We'll discuss that too.
Well, actually, Steve, I think only you have to sign that the grants and aid, I think only,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that the date it's signed?
I don't know if that's the date. It's the billing date. Doesn't mean that's the date of. I didn't see anything in the notes.
No. I guess I read those and I didn't see anything either.
This is back to normal, this is now.
That's what we decided to pay, right? Split it normally, that's right. Because that's one of the things we need to make. Is a policy.
That's,
Did you guys look at that yet? Replacing?
I briefly read it, but not enough to say.
That's a January one.
Yeah, see that.
I have an April one in my email. I've not sent me. There's been a steady decline
Yeah.
in house.
you all set or just, do the policy
Yep.
for the next,
Before the next.
before the next. Are you okay with accepting that instead of that? And then we're gonna.
That's what his normal bill was.
Yep.
Gosh, I think we have to make a new policy, but for now, just been,
Going with accepting this for now, wiping that, and then we'll just have to come up with a new policy.
that's going forward.
Socialize the people.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion that we accept Roy's water bill as what he paid, and it's clean slate now.
Okay.
Alright, second on that motion? Second. All in favor of that? Alright. That's good. Paving for the fire department in Bristol Park. What do we have? We have more on bid now. I think
Just curious on the Gristmill Park, should we put a level on that? Just to make sure we can keep the water for the skating rink? I don't know, somebody said it was really tipped at one end, so I don't know if we're gonna need,
so it might take more. Shim it up to get it low.
just so the water will stay for the skating rink.
And do we want to get a second bid just to see if they're good? Get a second bid of results too, so.
Right. I don't know if we've done any on what we're gonna pay this year on the roads. Sometimes those guys will throw a bid out just if we ask.
Yeah. Yeah, when I talked to Seth the other day, he said that he was waiting to hear back, and he had heard from one of them, waiting to hear back from the other on what it was a ton, and then he was gonna try to figure out what we had.
I think the short list of places that we would think about paving would be Finish Rice Hill, and then Church Street, and also Mill Street, or at least down in the dip there where the Four Corners is. Those are the ones that we've talked about the most, between Seth and I, but there could be other places obviously too.
Yeah, I think, the paving, we might be able to get that fire department done with that, but first in LA, we have to fence down and get some smaller equipment in there to do that one.
With fire department, I think I would like to, before we do that back, that he would like to do is maybe make sure that we have proper ground beneath the parking lot before we pave what's there, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, do you want to add on 9 foot width all the way around?
Yeah. I just hate to, I don't know if there's how much gravel or stone is underneath it and we pave over top of it. I know it's not gonna get a lot of traffic, but I hate to put where there's that much stone we're basically putting on top of.
Yeah, because I'm not sure when they built that base to pave that, if they just went, the size of what they put pavement on and just left dirt or the rest of the dirt.
For an investment now, that's probably.
Did they leave that dirt for a year back here? When we first built that, wasn't it? I think we did for a year and let it back down. They had like a stone.
I think there was actually a ditch around too.
Yeah, there it is.
And I think we stoned the ditch so that they covered up our under drain. So that was more parking, but I'm not sure of how much actual stone is over that pipe or. That's
I
not.
don't think worth doing a little bit again with figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, it might be, if it's half that to probably put a good layer of stone and fabric and make sure that it's not in drive on that for a year or cool or whatever, and then pave it, it might be better served for us than putting it on top of it and then going in 2 years going, well, that's a nice checkerboard. You know, I mean, not that it's gonna see a lot of traffic, but that, I guess that's why I'd like to make sure what's underneath it is good before we go.
Sure. Let's do that.
We can get a couple quotes on, you know, taking it out and putting fabric and stone and leaving it for a little while and see what that's gonna cost us, you know.
We had a study going on the grist mill part too. Did we ever get the study back?
Oh, the scoping study? You know, I don't, talked with Mike about that, this week, and I'm not recalling off the top of my head what he said about that, but,
With that, we'll figure out
I don't know. That's the answer to that. I can look at that.
something there. Yeah.
Just talking with somebody today, they were curious about maybe a set of stairs or something, so kids could walk down from the rail trail rather than having to walk around the basketball. So there'd be like a set of stairs, some kind of either a picnic table or a gazebo or something somebody could sit at, or
Yeah,
maybe a bench, or I think we
yeah,
get,
I was kind of,
there was 2 benches.
when they were talking about that for the rail trail, I was kind of thinking that would be a nice place for a rest area type, you know.
Oh yeah,
But, if they're gonna do a big project on the other end there, we won't need it.
it's gonna be a big project down by Boros.
Yeah, they're supposed to do a whole big parking lot
Yeah.
and everything. Of course, that's the intersection for all the trails there.
But that doesn't mean that they're gonna put a bathroom if we were already gonna do that here. Maybe that would be a, you know, one less thing to maybe do, you know.
Yeah,
They're not, you know, it's here, it's not there. If they can or can't over there, you know. They're kind of landlocked over there too.
And it never hurts having 2 little kids. I mean,
I mean, just for the park alone, it would be nice, you know, just.
yeah, that's the biggest downfall for this rest area here is there's not a lot, or, you know, it's not a lot of parking. You know, you could incorporate a few parking spots and bottom, but it would be more for people passing through and, you know, sort of using the park. Because there is, what was the guy that contacted me about, putting up like repair station there? He wanted to do that. I've got his name and stuff at home. And I spoke with him about it, and he said he's just doing it, he owns a business, and he just likes to, he's been doing that on, and I had told him that we were doing a study there to figure out what to do there, and I said, if we do something, well, we can incorporate that in there.
I can find out where we're at with that scoping study and let you know, David. I'm sorry, I don't recall right at the moment.
No. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, get somebody to figure out that parking lot, see what we can do there.
Yeah, I can get Matt a couple of names to get some quotes on.
Okay.
Entertain us, he has a proposal for services from 2024 to 2027.
I have a couple extra copies if you guys want them.
Oh, sure. Whoops, sorry. We're doing good. June 20.
That's right, I didn't stay left.
Jersey.
Those are right Page 2 for 56.
Is it kind of outlined kind of the same way? When they have time, they'll provide hours.
I mean, I understood it was gonna be, they were gonna provide what we wanted. Right, is that how you read it?
I don't see them as still 24/7, so I have to ask, like, what hours of the day does this cover? Like, you know, are you putting people on, you know, midnight to whatever? Do we have someone here at problematic times of the day, or is this gonna be, hey, 40 hours a week and it's first or second shift, and then alcohol's after a certain time, go to the PSP? I think that there's a lot of questions we have to ask before we can take any sort of action on a 3-year contract with that price tag for our town's tax rates.
Did you want to see if you come in and explain it to us again?
Good. Reach out to them and offer if you'll come in and meet with us and answer some questions or offer some clarifying, some context.
Yeah, I think we should have, could be in the next meeting. Take a little closer look at this, see what there is for options besides the full 40 hours a week. If there's any other towns that are looking for a half-time service or something. What did we budget this year, remember?
Is it 60?
60?
I want to say it was somewhere, but we upped it from 35, so let's get 50 or 60. Thanks.
We want to tweak that, sound a little fine.
Slippery. Six caps.
Almost there.
You actually mentioned these hours of steadily declined when they were up.
I know it's the title report, it's funny, but that report in, we can talk about it. The one for April had the same opening.
Yeah, sorry, I should have printed that
No,
out
it's all right.
for you guys. Well, I have a lot of things to print this month.
Trying to save on our paper budget here now.
Yeah.
The page missing. Because it doesn't say like where.
I'll flip it, orient the phone the other way and see if it,
No, it just says what they were, it doesn't say where.
Oh, I've got some, it might be in there, so. The first one is at 105 at the Valero station. The second one is at the intersection with State Park Road. Third one was near Dam Mountain Road. Fourth
Waiting
one,
for you.
yeah. Yeah,
More better.
you got it
when
there?
you go to, was the first page was the hours?
Oh, yeah, I can get that one. Yeah.
Well, you sent me April's.
Right.
So April was reporting for March.
Yeah.
Did he? Sure, I'll bet Kim has someone for February.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, or that might be in there, yeah.
No, we have January's 47.
Right, oh, I see.
Drop it around.
Yeah, Kim would have it.
Okay, we'll table that.
I can make a motion to table that until,
We can-
what did we do, motion to formally invite the sheriff here?
Yeah.
Make that motion, to invite the sheriff for next meeting.
Why you don't put it in there?
Is that Tom?
Second
on that motion?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Is that, alright, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed? Forgot to remember that here. Motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to enter executive session to talk about highway applicants and highway personnel and exiting executive session and ending the meeting at that point.
Alright,
Before we go into executive, can we discuss the utility truck?
Oh, yes.
yeah,
Jacob Matt would like to purchase a town truck as is for $20,000.
okay.
Is that the highest offer we have on it currently?
Yes, that I have talked to.
Thoughts, Leo, or costs us more money?
That's the highest offer we have, yep, as is.
As is without the plow, and this is the only other thing.
Give it a hell of a deal.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright, take a motion to accept that bid.
Make a motion to accept the bid.
Alright,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Matt, I'll get you his contact info.
Okay.
Get it out of here. Alright,
Do you need a motion to go into executive?
we got the motion, I need a second.
Okay, I'll second the motion to go into executive.
Alright, all those in favor, going